And I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Madam President, we would like to thank the Undersecretary General, Jean-Pierre Lacroix, and other briefers for the information provided. We agree with today's worrisome assessments of the situation in the Sahel. The level of the security threat in this part of Africa remains high. Terrorist activity is on the rise in the region, and inter-ethnic and inter-community conflicts are worsening. Drugs trafficking and organised crime are flourishing as well. In the reporting period, we unfortunately frequently received tragic reports on the deaths of soldiers and civilians at the hands of fighters. The humanitarian situation is deteriorating. The number of threats to food security is increasing apace. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, serious problems have arisen in terms of access to education and medical services. This situation creates fertile ground for the radicalization of the population. In this regard, states in the region need to effectively counter the expansion of extremist ideology, tackle serious socio-economic problems, strengthen state institutions, and foster a culture of respect for human rights. We support the efforts of states of the G5 Sahel to deploy a joint force to combat terrorism and organized crime. This has already become an important part of the regional security architecture. We are pleased to note the information about a number of successful counter-terrorism operations conducted by the joint force in the reporting period. Improvements have been made to planning and coordination of action between units, and the scope and length of the operations have been expanded. We welcome the establishment in Niamey of a joint coordination mechanism between the G5 Sahel Joint Force, the UN Stabilization Mission in Mali, and other military presences in the region. We're convinced of the need for further coordinated measures, both from the Africans and the international community, to combat terrorism in the Sahara-Sahel region. We trust that the joint African Union regional organization blueprint for deploying in the Sahel an African standing force in the near future will bear fruit. It is clear that for the G5 Sahel Joint Force to be fully functioning, two important factors need to be in place. Its funding should be stable and predictable, and the appropriate transport and logistical support should be provided. In this regard, we support the assistance provided to the Joint Force by the UN Stabilization Mission in Mali, in line with the mandate provided for in Security Council Resolution 2531. We trust that this resolution's flexible mechanisms for its improvement will be implemented swiftly. Russia is closely monitoring how the situation develops in the region. We are already providing relevant military and technical assistance to a number of countries, and we are training military and police personnel. We basically agree that the G5 Sahel Joint Force has become an effective instrument to restore and support peace in West Africa. It warrants comprehensive support from the international community. Thank you very much.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for her